Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be
reacting to my subscribers' K-pop opinions because KATSEYE is doing too much work. Too much work. There's no work. It's doing too much. Okay.
They've already filed 2 lawsuits against us, and we just want to get out there, enjoy time with bunnies and our fans.
1. I know KATSEYE's shtick is being raw and uncensored, but it's starting to feel less edgy and more unsupervised. Like, the breath spray, the adult film sounds in gnarly, the live streams, the weird oversharing in 4K. They're not pushing boundaries anymore, they're just doing too much. I agree. It's not that everything they do is weird. Half the outrage is just coming from virgin stans who've been raised on idol chastity propaganda. But at the same time, Hybe really is leaning hard into the unsupervised Gen Z persona. There's a difference between being raw and being unfiltered to the point of secondhand embarrassment. If you look back at their debut era, it's obvious this wasn't the original plan.
I don't think they're doing anything like raw and unfiltered themselves. That's like too much. I just think the breathalyzer, whatever that thing was, breath spray, that is too much. But that's not them though. That's what the label is doing. Like, it's not like KATSEYE girls are saying, "Oh, let's do like our breaths spray." Like, that's not like the girls themselves. I don't think they're doing too much. They're just being themselves. Now, the label, yeah, like whoever decided, marketing team, I don't know, whoever decided to do that breath thing, that's just weird, but that's not the girls themselves.
Debut end. Touch painted them as clean-cut stylish mid-tier provocateurs, not saints, but definitely still within that palatable rebellion K-pop loves so much. Then something shifted, the live stream started going viral, the girls loosened up and Hybe saw numbers spike. That's when you can practically feel the label pulling a U-turn. Suddenly the vision board screamed authenticity sells, and KATSEYE became the human experiment for it. It explains why Gnarly took forever to drop. They weren't just producing a single, they were recalibrating the whole brand, the rawness, the messy energy, the too real for K-pop vibe. It was a pivot born from data, not just creative direction, and for a minute, it worked. It was refreshing to see idols act human, but the pendulum swung so far that now it's uncomfortable again, just in a different way. They've gone from finally real girls to someone please take the phone away. But hey, Hybe didn't completely ditch KATSEYE's original vanilla vision. Touch's numbers still proves there's a market for a more classic pop image, but they split the brand in two. KATSEYE gets the uncensored identity, while Samara, Lexi and Emily's upcoming group will pick up the
Guys, would you like us to do a similar concept like she's doing? She's basically taking her subscribers' comments and commenting on them. Would you be interested in us taking your comments and doing like this style of videos? Let us know.
K-pop aesthetic. The
It
company
was
still
fun that one time when everyone had to like react to aespa's performance.
needs to sell to sponsors. It's a branding ecosystem. One group feeds controversy, the other feeds capitalism. So yeah, the criticism isn't wrong. KATSEYE is doing too much, but the outrage isn't entirely right either.
Maybe you need a little less.
A mix of mental stands crying over women having personalities and Hybe executives who don't know when to stop milking a good thing until it curdles. 2. It's wild how All Day Project, a group that just debuted, somehow ended up all over Paris Fashion Week, on top of getting invites from over a dozen A-list brands like Versace, YSL, Balmain, Rick Owens, Balenciaga. That's 13 brands. The nepotism is clocking in for double shifts. Annie's connections clearly don't sleep. Her family basically runs Korea at this point. I expected this level of favoritism, but the way it's playing out so blatantly is just ridiculous.
Oh, people
please.
also mentioned that the others too also have connections. They were like, they said there was a whole argument debate that they were famous even before the group.
It's yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, people that are mad at them they're mad at their groups are not getting the same invites, but that says more about the group that you're standing, not about ADP. To be honest, that's what it is.
About this already, and I'll say it again louder. Of course Annie Moon's connections were gonna kick into gear the second All Day Project debuted. Like, are we pretending her family doesn't have a chokehold on half of Korea's economy? She's a Samsung heiress. The Chaebols literally run this country's media, politics, fashion, you name it. So no, I'm not shocked that the moment she showed her face on stage, Fashion Week cracked open like a piñata and dumped invites from Versace, YSL, Balmain and Balenciaga into her group chat. That's her bloodline working overtime. But let's not turn this into an Annie this Annie that obsession. Yes, she comes with a package, but this isn't new. Every Big Four debut has been playing the same game. Illit got dragged the exact same way when they showed up at brand events before even dropping a debut single. It's part of the formula now. Debut, fashion shows, magazines, and hopefully becoming an ambassador. And if you're sitting there comparing this to Baby Monster or whatever random newly debuted idols you stan who haven't gotten these same deals, you're missing the actual point. That's a marketing strategy split. The Black label is clearly pushing All Day Project as their next Blackpink, Meow included. They're not even being subtle about it. The fashion angle is the entire rollout. They're leaning hard into Idol as luxury asset, because they know the real bag isn't in album sales, it's in CFs, Fashion Week guest lists, brand collabs, and international engagement farming. Music is a side hustle at this point. So is All Day Project doing too much? Yeah. Are they being positioned as celebrity mannequins more than artists? Sure. But is that unique? Not even close. This is textbook 4th and 5th gen idol manufacturing. Groups now get evaluated on Instagram save rates and TikTok reach more than they do on live vocals. The brands don't care if the girls sing or breathe, they care if they trend. And K-pop idols trend harder and more consistently than most Western celebs with triple the followers. The likes to follower ratio in K-pop is unmatched. Of course, fashion houses are eating it up. 3. What your predictions are for Jisoo's upcoming full album. She has a collab with Zayn coming this month and has a track called ALIB registered under her name. She's mentioned that she's been working on a new project from March, so where do we think Jisoo will go with this new direction? She also submitted Earthquake for Best MV and Pop Solo at the Grammys, so maybe she's now trying to break into the West? Well, for the Grammys, can you believe stans are still trolling aespa like the whole industry didn't throw their names in the hat this year? At this point, the 2026 Grammys turned into a free-for-all lottery.
Yeah, Rihanna submitted her
I was like, girl,
Smurf song. What's friend of mine? That's a good song. It's just friend of mine. I like it.
That's all
And
we got
everyone
from
brought a
her,
ticket.
though.
I mean, yeah, in terms of like song, there's not much there. Just keep repeating friend of mine, but it sounds good.
It wasn't just Jisoo, we're talking J-Hope, Blackpink, RM, Twice, ATEEZ, KATSEYE, 17, XG, All Day Project, Enhypen, Rosie, Lisa, Jennie, and even Eve's out here clicking submit like it's a group project. Literally everybody and their label intern hit that form, but because aespa's name leaked first, the timeline threw a barbecue and used them as the coals. It was a drag fest. People went in like SM tried to bribe the Academy, but as the list of submissions grew and grew and grew, suddenly the rage started looking real selective. It's like, oh, everyone does this? Yeah, babes, everyone. You don't need Taylor Swift numbers to submit. You don't even need a hit. You just need a label that wants to say, hey, we tried. Most of them know well they're not getting nominated. That's not the point. The point is visibility. Keeping your name in the same sentence as Grammys, so press outlets and clip farms keep feeding the hype loop. Western artists do it all the time, and they flop harder than a soggy pancake. So aespa being the scapegoat just felt like a lazy excuse to keep trashing them over their recent string of mid-performances, which, yes, drag those all you want, fair game. But dragging them for a submission that literally everyone and their ghost producer does? Be for real. Some of these idols submitted without even pulling half of aespa's numbers, and y'all are acting like aespa committed Grammy fraud. Anyway, let's circle back to Jisoo, because her moves are actually
I was gonna say, how did this go to aespa when the comment is about Jisoo?
First off, Zayn and Jisoo, that's a crossover nobody saw coming. The teasers already smells like Red Velvet's Dark Side met Twice's Cry for Me. Sultry, dark, dramatic, but whoever edited those pictures, it's giving, well, it's not giving, very basic and badly photoshopped. She's also got a new song registration and an active US label backing her, which screams album mode, even if it's not officially announced yet. Plus, she's been filming like crazy ever since escaping YG's dungeon, which we all assumed meant full pivot to acting. I mean, they gave her one drama in 7 years, so obviously she had to reclaim the time. But now, Sis is musically active again. Her last comeback Earthquake felt Korea targeted, and that tracks because her debut Flower ate domestically, best-selling debut among the Blackpink solo girls in Korea.
I'm sandwiched between the two generations. I'm helping to give caregiver responsibilities to my
So now she's pivoting toward the Western scene. And the big question, what sound is she gonna chase? A more generic route like Lisa? That's what the preview hinted at. 4. Sophia shouldn't have brought up the incident where she liked that video of the actress trash-talking.
Yeah, the collab with Zayn, that's kind of random. But it's gonna be interesting to see what it gives. I don't know. Zayn music's not really my style, kind of boring. Jisoo's music is more upbeat, you know. Yeah, unlikely collab, I would say, but we'll see.
Blackpink, it's been a month, people had moved on. Bringing it up now only reminded Blinks, and instead of listening to her context, they went even harder dragging her. Let's be freaking real about the Sophia Wiley-like gate nonsense, because at this point, the only thing getting dragged harder than her name is basic media literacy. So yes, Sophia liked a TikTok where someone said, Blackpink were giving nothing right now. A lazy dry casual fan observation about their release drought. Not a takedown, not a diss track, not a call to disband. The girl in the video even said we still love you Blackpink, but the rage edit economy went clip, crop, and cancel like always. Then Sophia goes live, says she didn't even watch the full video, says the outrage was blown way out of proportion, because it was, and calmly explains that she's literally a blink. She even mentioned meeting Rosie backstage at the VMAs and saying how sweet she was. And what does the timeline do? Ignore it all and rev the smear machine back up again. So to answer your question, does Sophia acknowledging it help or hurt? It helps anyone with a brain. She gave context, affirmed respect for Blackpink.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because now it just seems like you're trying to patch it up, cover it up. She
Yeah.
should have been mindful what she was liking.
I don't know.
She should have just said sorry, I liked it by accident.
Helped or hurt. I don't honestly, I don't think she should have said anything. I think the
so,
fact that she
because
brought
it's
it up
weird,
is just
because it's weird that
what's
you
weird?
like something that you didn't.
Everybody
watch all the way
forgot
through.
about it. It's not that deep.
That's why she brought it up.
Exactly, that's my point. I think that's the mistake, is bringing it up. I don't think you should have brought it up.
I think they were still in her comments, blowing her up. So she saw it.
Moved on. If you kept dogging her after that, you're not defending Blackpink, you're addicted to drama. 5. The boys have cancelled 2 more shows, Kuala Lumpur and Bangkok. At first I thought you were doom posting and exaggerating their struggles, but this is too much. Yes, they've cancelled 6 out of 15 shows on this tour, that's almost half. And not one came with a real explanation. Meanwhile their fans are inventing conspiracy theories like the company breached a contract by doing fan signs with another promoter. Girl, we don't have proof of that. What we do have proof of: empty seats and dead ticket links. 6. Not complaining. But why does Wonho feel legally obligated to include his butt in every Instagram dump? Every post has at least one perfect shot of it front and center. If it's not the focus, it's still fully visible. I get that his body is part of his image and he promotes it everywhere, but he's clearly obsessed with showing that butt. Thank you so much for bringing attention to this absolutely urgent nation.
To show that.
I think those are the photos. I don't know. Wonho. The name is familiar. I don't know the group. I want to say 17, maybe. I don't know. Why he's obsessed? I mean, maybe he likes the way his butts look. I don't know. Who cares? Don't unsubscribe if you don't like it.
Shaking issue with high bottling underage breath. Tail getting sentenced and K-pop morality collapsing faster than my will to live. I'm so glad the people have gathered here today to discuss Wonho's bubble butt. And yes, that butt, it is buffing. That's not a butt. That's a full-time job. That's squat hours, protein powder, and not a single carb after 9 p.m. You think that mountain of glutes builds itself? No, that's years of commitment, pain, and thirst.
That's a person who still wants to be a bachelor.
Trap lighting precision. The man has made butt a lifestyle. And now y'all want to act brand new because he dares to post it? Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you're fragile.
Yeah, it's like, how is it different than other guys post their abs? Like, some guys like their abs, others like their arms, chest. He likes his butt. I mean, why is butt is some sort of like off topic to post, but you can post your biceps? Same thing, it's a muscle. Not like, it's one thing if he's posting like in a thong or something, you know, then okay, maybe a little too much, but now he's in shorts, like, who cares?
Internet experience couldn't handle a little man cheek while you swipe past literal minors being dressed like Victoria's Secret mannequins. Grow up. Let me say it clearly, Wonho's butt is doing community service. It's out here giving the people hope, giving serotonin, giving skincare goals, giving squats with purpose. If anything, I'm filing a complaint when he doesn't show it. I didn't log on for arm veins and captions about healing. I logged on to see that butt. And oh, does this make him gay crowd? Sister, men have muscles, men post muscles. Muscles don't come with a sexuality tag. He's not uploading thirst traps to flirt with you personally. It's a business model. Called knowing your audience and serving the only content keeping half of Twitter alive. Frankly, if we're handing out awards, I'd like to personally nominate Wonho for Best Butt in K-pop, most consistent poster of the butt, and most likely to break a chair by sitting down too fast. 7. Let's talk about Idol's new Japanese single Where Do We Go? Genuinely adorable. It's them tapping into a softer, lighter side of their artistry without coming off tryhard or shoving in that forced edge Soyeon loves to shoehorn into everything. And honestly, that's impressive. We're so used to them storming in with knives drawn or a gimmick disguised as depth. But here, they just said let's take a breath, and it actually works. The production is clean, warm, and nostalgic. Very classic J-pop radio on a road trip. There's something really comforting about how timeless the sound feels. It could have dropped in 2006 or 2026 and it'd still hit. The chorus especially shines. No awkward structure, no random trap switch up in the middle. I'm looking at you, Soyeon. It's wide open, bright, and confidently simple. It just lets the melody win. But if you want to hear about a recent...
Yeah, it was good. I felt the same way. I liked that it wasn't, you know, your typical G-Idol drop. It was giving Japanese drop. Simple, good. Yeah, it's honestly one of their better drops.
Comeback I absolutely hated. Look no further than P1 Harmony's X. I don't know who needs to hear this, but baby talk melodies don't slap. They don't build tension. They don't carry emotion. And they freaking sure don't make your group sound cooler. They make your group sound like they're about to start selling toothpaste for toddlers. The entire track is a...
It wasn't that bad. I don't know why she's mad at it. It was your typical K-pop song. Like, I felt... We reacted on GMA. It was cool. Nothing special, but I wouldn't say it was particularly bad.
Rating loop of synthetic nonsense. Built for maximum stickiness and minimum artistry. It's annoying, it's repetitive, and it sounds like it was cooked up by an algorithm that's been locked in a toy store for 3 days. And let's talk production, because oh my god, this thing is caked in cheap effects, auto-tuned vocals that wobble like someone lost their pitch mid-air, sing-song delivery that feels like a lullaby for people with no serotonin, and a beat that loops like it's scared of musical evolution. It doesn't build, it doesn't drop, it doesn't go anywhere, it just is, and not in the meditative vibey way. In the, why am I still listening to this and who hit repeat way? What's even more insulting is that P1 Harmony is a group with potential. They've done tracks with more grit, more clarity, more bite. So who decided this auditory juicebox was the move? X doesn't sound international. It's the kind of song you hear once on a random playlist and skip so fast your finger breaks.
Yeah, it was plain, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it was plain, but it was like it was average, like every other K-pop song. Like, it wasn't bad. Like
The thing is, the way the talk was about it, like, oh my god, just compare this to aespa.
the performance wise, yeah, it was better than aespa because that's the only reason we reacted to it. But the song itself, I would still think Rich Man was a better song than X. But I wouldn't go and say that, oh, it was like a trash song. It was okay. Like, I was, it did sound like it was made in the lab to make it like a, TikTok hit, so cool.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.